that game. He picked up the idea, the fact that
Amungus.
Amungus has Mental Herb.
He knows how Conan wants to go about this game.
Conan confirms Rapha has Hidden Power Water on Thundurus.
And that's something you want to win a game with that reveal.
Yes. So that was big.
Like, you want to win a game, and then you want the next game, you want them to fear it. And you want them to be uncertain and under the pressure of losing. And then that's how you want to snowball into your victory.
Yeah, so Rapha opted to bring Mawile to try and deal with that Xerneas in Game 1, but I think that the Amoonguss showed that is a really big problem, and as a result, does he go with Salamence as a mega this game? Because he really needs to deal with that Amoonguss.
It seems like a compelling option, but you also need to deal with the Groudon.
And Salamence deals with Groudon better than Mawile. Are you going to try and tell me it doesn't?
Does Mawile learn Aqua Tail?
Kangaskhan does.
I do not see a Kangaskhan on Rapha's team.
I see one on Conan's team.
I don't see Conan breaking that. That game worked out just how he wanted it to, and I don't see any reason to deviate.
Well, so we're gonna see this. I think the adjustment Rapha wants to make here is he needs to respect that Amoonguss, and he needs to have a plan for it. I think that plan is Salamence, and I think he needs to deal with the opposing Xerneas another way. He needs to just be faster than it with Mega Salamence and get a double edge in. Or just use Groudon and deal big damage.
Yep. Well, that appears to be what he's done.
I like this. I guess Rapha also has Bronzong back. Yeah,
this...
Or sorry, in the 5th or 6th spot. So
this would have been a great lead for Bronzong.
And actually...
And I stand corrected, Kangaskhan came out. So Conan just... He feels like, with what was dominating last game, he feels like Rapha won't be fully preparing just for stopping Xerneas, because whenever you bring anything that isn't good against Xerneas, you give them a lot of opportunity to set up that Xerneas, and just once it's set up and you have other good threatening Pokemon, they just compound on each other, and it's really hard to win. Like, if you're Dazzling Gleaming, the opponent's Salamence is useless, and your Salamence gets a Hyper Voice to double up with that Dazzling Gleam. And then you can take at least one hit from any non-steel attack. And then you have your own Groudon to keep the steals at bay, and just, it's a really rough time.
So we see both Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, and Kangaskhan launches a Fake Out into the Groudon slot, so Groudon not going to be doing anything this turn. That is interesting. We do confirm, yes, Double Edge is going into the Xerneas, big damage. Xerneas no longer as threatening. It's still got a Geomancy out.
Xerneas can be knocked out in one attack, but
you don't want to take a Xerneas in the meantime.
Yeah, it's hard to see this really going well. Like, if he protects Xerneas and just double edges or returns that Groudon, it'll probably put in range for another return plus Dazzling Gleam. And Rapha, I think he either has to predict the double edge and protect, or he has to predict the protect from Xerneas and do something like set up a Tailwind. Now, he's shown Tailwind before, right? I mean, I personally know that Rapha has run Tailwind in the past.
Well, we see Conan switch Kangaskhan out.
So it looks like an ambitious play, but this makes sense. Kind of. I mean,
Kangaskhan was intimidated.
It doesn't protect you from Precipice Blades, and
Xerneas protects here, and Salamence takes advantage of that to get a Tailwind. So this is fantastic.
And P-Blaze is probably coming out, yeah. So get some damage on Amoonguss, and he's not intimidated. So this is exactly what he wanted to see.
Yeah, Rapha makes the play to get him some momentum back. And Salamence in the Tailwind is now faster than Xerneas.
And there's 3 turns of that.
Yep.
So I think he could just Hyper Voice and Fire Punch the Xerneas.
Certainly would work quite well for him. I'm trying to think if there's any reason to protect Salamence and just go with Groudon for a turn, but the Xerneas is just protected. So
you want damage.
Yeah.
You're going for blood. I think Conan needs to double protect at this point.
I'm just wondering, is Hyper Voice enough to knock out Xerneas? Is there, if you Fire Punch, you're not taking Xerneas out.
Oh, of course you are.
Oh, sorry, the Amoonguss goes down. Yes.
Actually, the Xerneas is still faster than Groudon here.
Absolutely.
So he knocks out the Salamence. It's not as bad as it looked, but you're still losing 2 Pokemon, and you lost the Xerneas, which is the real linchpin of your strategy.
And we do see Fire Punch from Groudon, so 100% accuracy. This is going to happen. Xerneas is knocked out.
Not taking the risk he took in that other game where Christmas Blades to missed when he could have Fire Punched.
Yes, and so that's interesting to me. So we have, we've seen Rapha respond to a very threatening position quite well. Conan maybe switching out that Kangaskhan. It made sense to get rid of the Intimidate, but it also gave
Here we'll see
Rapha a
whose
turn.
timers are faster.
Oh yeah. No, we won't. With Tailwind's up.
Oh no, you're right. Well, we know
Rapha's in a great position.
we know that it's not min speed Kyogre on Rapha's side and max speed Groudon on Conan's.
Yeah, I think we knew that anyways.
Did we?
85 times 2 is 170,
Did we?
and Conan's would be maximum 156.
Did
Yes. So,
Oh yeah, we did.
So, as a result of this, because of the Tailwind, Kyogre activates first for sure.
I wonder if
And-
this is something Rapha forgot.
I don't know, but we're going to see a potential Fake Out come from Kangaskhan. Rapha has Tailwind turns. He doesn't want to burn those. He wants to take advantage of them, but at the same time, this Fake Out can do a lot of damage to the Pokemon that he has brought to this game.
And, well, actually, he's bringing in Bronzong here.
Oh, we see Bronzong. That's interesting.
Bronzong probably is getting through this turn unscathed. If it could... Oh, no. I stand
Conan running the special power again.
And as we've seen from previous rounds, that probably would have knocked out Rapha's Groudon in one hit.
The Fake Out plus Eruption?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was saying just...
Oh yeah, sorry. Rapha's Groudon that has damage.
So yeah, now Kyogre comes in, and I think he has 1 turn of Tailwind left. So
Kangaskhan presumably cannot Fake Out.
it revealed Protect, actually.
Was that Conan's? I
Yeah.
thought that was against Conan.
No, wasn't it?
Conan was on the bottom screen.
Yeah. Maybe Conan also runs it. He's a smart guy. I bet he was. He will. It's Conan.
Alright, so
I believe.
So I bet the Twitch chat is just blowing up right now saying, come on guys, don't you remember the games that you commentated? No, we don't.
Oh, well, it did
Precipice Blades miss, and did the Groudon effect? Neither of them.
It didn't hit the one he cared about, but no Sucker Punch.
Yeah, and Rapha did have a turn of Tailwind left. I wonder if Conan just accepted Cruel Fate as a mistress.
Well, if that was a double protect there, and like if the Kangaskhan had double protect, he would have been able to stall Tailwind.
Yeah, that
And
was
then
the
he'd
last
be
turn
in
of
a-
Tailwind.
He'd be in a much better spot